did I just watch? Okay, so I had to put my thoughts about this on video, and so this is going to be a The Wrestling Fan Extras, and I'm talking about the now famous deletion match between... Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, it is famous now. It's the most talked about thing in wrestling at the moment, minus Brock Lesnar winning at UFC 200 or whatever it was. Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy in the deletion match. Or what is he called now? Like he's Bad Hardy versus Brother Nero. Okay, look, it's not a secret. I'm not a TNA fan. I've enjoyed a lot of the shit that they've done. I haven't watched their program for years because I couldn't. I thought it was awful. No matter how awful WWE got, they still gave me something. Mostly every time I watched either Raw or a pay-per-view or even a SmackDown that I could enjoy. TNA didn't. Even with their long lineup of talent, I didn't get anything from watching it. So I just stopped because it was a waste of my time. Now, I started noticing on YouTube the things coming up about Brother Nero and how Matt Hardy had made this heel character for him and gone after Jeff. And he's got that weird, like Bozo the Clown hair, and he's got the weird stripe in the middle, and he's talking with a Shakespearean accent. It's ridiculous, and Jeff's playing confused but angry brother or something. And there was something I watched that I was going to do a video about, and I said, fuck it, I'm not going to waste my time. The whole vignette, or whatever the hell it's called, they filmed before their big match at, I think, one of the pay-per-views, or whatever they do now. It's not pay-per-views, special big shows, whatever it is. And it was so horribly done, horribly shot, horribly edited, horribly directed, like Matt and Jeff did it themselves. And they've done good stuff before, and this was awful. And the acting was horrendous. But I finally watched, before the deletion match, I watched everything that I could on YouTube that led up to this. I didn't watch the other matches they had, but I watched the promos and stuff like that. And to their credit, it was entertaining. It was fun to watch, and Jeff is a lot better on the mic than he used to be. Matt is just ridiculous, and it's a lot of weird, nonsensical, stupid shit, but it's entertaining. And that leads us to the deletion match. I just watched it again for the second time. I don't know what the fuck I just watched. What the fuck did I just watch? Seriously, what the hell was that? That was not a wrestling match. That wasn't even a hardcore match. It was a ring surrounded by candles, and the referee drove up in a car. Like, we really needed that visual. Did we really need the cameraman in the back of the car? They shot it like a movie. They shot it like a movie. At least it was better edited this time. Kinda. And then Jeff gets there out of nowhere. Just shows up out of nowhere. They've gotten their wives involved in this as well. And it's... okay. They kind of have a wrestling match at first, and then it turns into some spots with weapons, and then Roman candles out of nowhere, and Jeff's like, "Are you crazy?" Like, did you not notice that he was crazy? And there was this hilarious moment where Matt's like, "It's the end for you, Brother Nero," or something, and suddenly he just goes, "Oh shit!" and runs away. It's Jeff has a Roman candle. I'm like, well, what do you expect? You're the one who brought him. Like, he's gonna shoot at you too. And they wrestle by the lake or something, and Matt tries to drown Jeff, and Jeff appears out of the water as Willow, whatever. Like, really? Did he have the suit at the bottom of the lake? Did he put bricks on top or something to keep it down there? Like, what? And you changed underwater? He must be able to hold his breath forever. He must be Aquaman. And some other guy got involved, I don't know who the hell it was, and like tased Jeff or Matt or something. I don't know. I didn't get it. And they kept fighting, and then eventually Jeff climbs on top of this big wooden pillar, Matt sets it on fire. I think his wife gave him a candle. Jeff falls. I didn't like this because Jeff falls, fine. And there's a long period of time between this and the pinfall. Like 30, 40 seconds, it feels like. Matt just rolls him over and pins him and wins. I'm like, well, it's obvious Jeff wasn't knocked out, and it wasn't that bad of a fall. I've fallen harder out of bed. But whatever, Matt wins, and Jeff Hardy is now deleted. Whatever the fuck that means. That's basically it. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody has something to say about it, and The Wrestling Fan has something to say about it too. Okay. You're probably thinking I'm gonna, I could do a The Wrestling Fan, what's now The Wrestling Fan Remembers on this. Yes, I could, and it's very possible that could come up in the future. But at the same time, even though this is a complete abortion of a match, it's an insult to professional wrestling. In more articulate terms, it's a piece of dog shit. It's also one of the most entertaining things I've seen the entire year in wrestling. And it pisses me off to say that. Because it hasn't been a bad year for wrestling. It's just... This was so ridiculous. It's like a Michael Bay movie. It's so ridiculous, over the top, and almost not very well made that you enjoy it. It's like Tommy Wiseau's The Room. If you ever heard of that movie. If you haven't, go watch it. Has nothing to do with wrestling. I'm just trying to give a comparison. It's a complete and utter waste of your time. But at the same time, you're going to remember it and talk to people about it and say, hey, will you watch this? And that's what's happening. Word of mouth, and it's spreading. And the viewership for TNA went up because of this feud. It has to be because of this feud. I'm so excited my voice is going like this. I'm proud of Matt and Jeff, because even though this feud and everything has been completely absurd, and the matches haven't been great, and this was just a car wreck, it's still a lot of fun. And it's something different. They made a match like a movie. That's never been done before, or at least not done to this extent, that I can think of. It was something different, and that's hard to do in wrestling. It may not be good, but it's different, it's standing out. So fuck, I give them all the credit in the world. They did something that's making people talk about TNA again. It's making them talk about the Hardys when people really aren't talking about WWE. I mean, they talked about Money in the Bank, but after that, nothing's really happened. Roman and his suspension, but anything good. So, yeah, I can't bring myself to hate it because obviously so much work went into it. And it's awful, and it's not something I want to watch all the time, but I'll show people. I'll make them watch it and get a good laugh. I laughed, literally belly laughed throughout it. Because I couldn't understand what I was watching. My mind couldn't comprehend it. What the fuck are Matt and Jeff doing? Why would they think this is a good idea? But apparently it was a good idea because viewership is up and it's getting hits on YouTube. I'm talking about it on a fucking video like a lot of other people. People are posting about it. It's working. So it's one of those things you throw your arms up well, what are you going to do? It is what it is. What are you going to do about it? And I want people to watch it. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Watch all the Brother Nero stuff and the Deletion Match. It's entertaining as hell. You're going to hate a lot of it, but you're going to be laughing while you hate it. So, yeah. I'm trying to think of more to say, but that's really it. I want to watch it again because I'm going to laugh my ass off even harder. It's kind of like a good comedy. You keep finding little jokes in it you missed before. And that's the second time I watched it, I'm like, oh, I missed that last time. Ha ha. Oh, I missed that. Ha ha. It is such a glorious waste of time. And I'm not going to give it a rating or anything because it's a 0 out of 5. I mean, duh. At the same time, it's 5 out of 5 because it entertained the hell out of me. It entertained me more than a lot of good wrestling matches I've seen. So, Matt, Jeff, I guess keep doing what you're doing. I still hate TNA. I don't get it. But you know what? Keep doing this stuff because I want the feud to continue. And I think people do too. I know Jeff Hardy's not going to be deleted forever, whatever the fuck that means. But please keep giving me more of this horribly delicious... It's like horribly delicious stuff. It's like food that you know will make you gain 10 pounds just eating that one thing of food. But you're going to do it anyway because it tastes good. It's bad for you, but it tastes good. That's what the deletion match is for me. It's awful for me, and it gives me an ulcer, but at the same time, it felt so good to watch it. So yeah, I got nothing else to say.